All right. So Toastmasters International Convention, obviously you've been to these before.
Many.
And you know the feeling, and you know the vibe, and you know the energy that goes through, and you know how receptive a Toastmaster is as an audience member.
Yes.
To another speaker.
We are the best audiences.
So, but Toastmasters always like to walk away with something. So what have you prepared, and what are you hoping, 2 or 3 things that this wonderful audience leaves with today after your presentation?
Great question. What I would love for people to take away from this is that they have the energy and the courage to be bolder than where they have been, that they embrace wherever they're coming from spiritually and bring that out into everything that they're doing with authenticity as well as originality. They are also going to learn tips on how to bring that creativity into their presentation, designing and delivering PowerPoint slides, as well as how to have more fun, to really shift the nervousness and take their own speaking to the next level.
Do you think it's possible to take that nervous energy and transform it into something that creates a more powerful presentation?
I do. We learn in Toastmasters that we have butterflies. Our challenge is to learn to get them to fly in formation. And yet there are certain things that we can do when we are not focused on ourselves, when we're not coming from ego, instead shifted into service. And when we focus our attention on the audience member and we align with them, why are they there? We will not only tailor our message, we will exceed their expectations. They will walk out of there feeling good, thinking better, having an ounce of hope of doing something better in their life, their personal and professional lives.
Tell me about, you mentioned the audience, and before the camera was rolling, we talked about a Toastmaster audience. What are the differences between speaking for a corporate group, for a business, for a community group, and speaking for a group of fellow speakers?
Ooh, different challenges. When I speak to corporations today, they're hiring me to come in. I need to tailor my message absolutely to the T. I do so much research going into that they think that I am one of them. With Toastmasters, I am one of them. So these are my peeps. These are a lot of fun. And yet, because of our international diversity, it's important not to be too American with this. And because I do speak around the globe, and being a woman speaking in Arabian Gulf countries, it's important to keep those sensitivities in mind. I think the best thing about Toastmasters audiences, which is also the scariest, they're listening. They are listening. Unlike any other audience, because we're trained. We are trained to listen, and that's scary, yet it takes our skills to the next level too.
Good. Excellent answer. Final question, because all of your answers have been so much more interesting than what I could have gotten from these questions. Compare, if you could, because we're always trying to keep these videos modern and contemporary, compare this year's convention to conventions of the past. What have you noticed in attendance, the energy throughout the halls of the hotel and the convention hall? What are some of your observations been?
Having been in Toastmasters 23 years, this is my 5th presentation at the International Convention, plus earning my accredited speaker here, plus coaching world champions to be here. There's a new energy that we are witnessing in this convention. The new programming, the really paying attention to our younger generations, yet still embracing our traditions. With our leadership, we're seeing the same thing. The energy in the hallways, I think, is at a higher level, yet it's more centered. There's a higher level of excitement than what I have seen in years. The buzz, and I think that social media is really helping us too by using our hashtag TI10 or the hashtag TI Convention. That's really creating additional buzz too. We're LinkedIn, we're Facebooking, we're tagging, we're posting, we're hip. We're moving, and that's creating a lot of buzz too, which again extends because our Toastmasters around the world are tapping into what our social media links are, which again, then they're flashing back, well, how did our contestants do in the semifinals? And it's a conversation. It has taken this year, I think, where we're at to leaps and bounds ahead of where we have been. The energy, the communication, we are truly a global organization, and we're out there. We're talking, we're having conversations. So it's fantastic.
Beautiful.